好，大家午安。就是我们这个 session 是 Integrate Your App to Modern World。然后我们这个 session 的讲者 D-Day 呢，他本身是一个非常资深的 iOS 开发者 ，Swift Contributor， 然后同时也是 Firebase 的 GDE， 然后他也是知名的 Try Swift Tokyo 的组织者之一这样子。那在这个 talk 里面呢，就是他跟我们分享的是说，我们知道 SwiftUI 是今年最令人刺激的一个发表的 feature 之一，但是在我们可以大部分的我们都需要花很多时间才能够真正的完全使用 SwiftUI。那在那之前呢，我们可以做什么事情呢？就是我们可以准备一下如何 migrate 到 SwiftUI， 然后这里面包含了如何把我们的 ViewController 切成更小的 component， 还有如何把我们的 Dataflow 做整理，然后能够让我们更顺利的 adapt to SwiftUI 这样子。好，所以就让我们欢迎我们这一场的讲者 D-Day。
So, hello. 你好。こんにちは。So, how many guys can understand English today? Okay. So, about Japanese? Very few. So, Chinese? Okay, almost. But I can only speak English and Japanese, so I want to talk in English, sorry. So let me introduce myself. I'm Daiki and user based in Tokyo. Of course, I'm an iOS developer. So recently I left my company same as Katsumi-san, and now working as freelancer and doing advisory in some companies. So Taipei has a lot of delicious food, so I love Taipei, but my most favorite food is sushi. Yeah, it's my recommends. So by the way, I'm organized to Try Swift Tokyo. So how many guys have come to Try Swift Tokyo? Okay. But maybe in next year, I heard in this room 300 people can get in this room. So maybe in next year, 300 people will come to Try Swift Tokyo, I think. So, yeah, iOS 13 has released yesterday. Yay! Also, new iPhone 11 Pro has released also. Yeah, have you bought it? Oh, cool. Cool. I also bought it yesterday in Kyofun. It's very similar. Yeah. So also, yeah, this is the main feature. SwiftUI has released with Xcode 11 in WWDC this year. We waited so much time for new UI framework instead of UIKit. So many developer wants to migrate from UIKit to SwiftUI, right? Yeah. So this movement is not only happening in iOS, but also other platforms. Android has also released Jetpack Compose in Google I/O this year, and React Native and Flutter has declarative syntax. So SwiftUI, maybe you know, is a UI framework with declarative syntax, and also use the newest Swift features like property wrapper, function builder, opaque user type. But unfortunately, SwiftUI is available from iOS 13. So we don't have to prepare nothing, right? I don't think so. So today I'd like to talk about how to ready for SwiftUI. The key concept is keep ViewController very small. That's basically avoid massive ViewController. Yeah. So we have 3 points for small components. The first one is use StackView as possible. Maybe you know StackView is useful because we don't have to think about auto layout anymore. The second one is use XIB as possible. You may think about storyboard is useful for building UI with Segue, but in some situations, build views without Segue is useful. Also, related to the third point, use UIView controller than UIView. Because we can use in UI view controller, just call super.init. So if the custom class name is same with div name, it automatically load XIB. It's useful to inject dependency. So today let's see two examples. The first one is compositional layout like this. This component has a featured content on the top, then consists of other sections, maybe to be A/B testing by code. There are two ways to divide. The first one is using compositional layout as Kazumi-san said, and the other one is divided into two child view controllers. This layout consists of one horizontal collection view and one vertical collection view. Then these move into vertical stack view. So I made VStack view controller like this. It's inherited from UI view controller and have scroll view and vertical stack view. The components mean the child view controllers. On view road, write down boilerplate when adding child view controllers. But the important thing about auto-write is widths of scroll view and stack view should be equal. So that content size of scroll view should be equal to stack view content size. So it's easy to initialize on subclass of VStack view controller, just passing components on initialized. So you may think about using compositional layout from iOS 13 is useful in this case. So I'd like to introduce another case. Many apps have user registration feature like this. So each form needs to be validated. Enable to tap down when all form has valid. So if some form has invalidated, showing error message below each form. So this view controller consists of 5 elements inside VStack. So let's inside the FormView That's nothing special view controller. This is input for view controller. And thanks to Alex Swift, it's easy to write MVVM. Then set our input in view road and binding with the view model to validate the text is valid. This layout is not single direction VStack. It also contains horizontal stacks. So I also need the HStackViewController like this. So most of all is similar to VStack. They have scroll view, stack view, and components. But this is horizontal, different from VStack. Also in build road, in contrast to VStack, the height of scroll view and stack view should be equal. So layout is now ready. But how to enable this button? This button is enabled to register user when all form is valid. So let's dive into the detail. The parent view controller register content view controller consists of small components. All form is FormViewController's instance and injects some same parameters. By this structure, it's easy to understand how view is ordered. They are held as a member of parent's view controller. Also, gathering the result is easy. Combine all results into one driver and subscribe into in build road. So parent will set result into confirm button. So now it's enabled when all form is valid. Also, one of the form has error, showing error message like this, and also disable to tap this button. Until this story, it's nothing special, but only thanks to Alex Swift, also not new technologies, but still convenience for us. So it's time to migrate to SwiftUI. Remember, this is written in UIKit with Alex Swift. By using UI hosting controller, we can migrate to Swift UI at same style. Yeah, it's same style. We can use SwiftUI and HStackViewController, so structure is same as UIKit. So this is the original UIKit structure. So this is SwiftUI structure. That's very similar. Also, I also made FormViewController in Interface Builder. It's easy to understand. It consists of VStack, and in VStack, it consists of 3 views: title label, text field, and error label. In SwiftUI, I also made FormView. So it consists of ZStack and VStack and HStack. So I put ZStack to fill background color with system background color for light mode and dark mode. Then this structure is VStack. And inside the VStack, this is title label, then text field, and error label. Yeah, that's easy to understand, right? Also, this is, I think, it's the best feature of SwiftUI is automatic preview. Preview provider provides automatic preview. Just inject the parameter into FormView. So I want to mention about this part. This is only for preview. It's for light mode and dark mode. With this preview, we can see like light mode and dark mode in Xcode without running simulator. So next, I want to mention about Dataflow. In SwiftUI, we have some attributes like atomic state, atomic observed object, and something like that. In this part, I made a view model with observed object. So from WWDC, the data flow of SwiftUI is like this. User tap like the tap button, so publish the action to state. Then state was modified, and then when state was modified, then view was updated, then rendered to user. So I made a view model like this. So when text field was inputted some text, then view model was modified in value. So when value will set, the validation result also set with validation. Then validation result has when set, object will change, will send the notification to the view, so that the view will be changed. Yeah, so the state is like this. So user input text and then mutation in view model dot value. Then object will change, has changed to view. Then render to update. So I want to show you the demo. So this is the automatic preview with Xcode 11. Then so this is a text field and type like this. But as I mentioned, when the form was invalidated, this should be show error level, but it doesn't work now. I don't know. So about this, I don't know my implementation is bad or just Xcode's bug. Doesn't work well now. So yeah, let's check another way to implementation. So now I try to introduce SwiftUI in UIKit. Then I want to try UIKit in SwiftUI. So now I want to try to use UIViewController representable or UIView representable. Then call in SwiftUI view. Conform to UIViewController representable is too easy to implement than implement SwiftUI. Define UIViewController type to FormViewController, then make UIViewController. Inside make UIViewController, then update UIViewController is empty, and that's okay. Like just this, we can use FormViewController inside SwiftUI like this. The structure is also same, like in UIKit. Also, preview is same. Just go register content view controller, then divide it into group, light mode and dark mode. So I want to try them again. So maybe this one. Yes. So this is FormViewController. Yeah, as I show you, it's conform to UIViewController representable. I don't worry. Yeah, thank you. With just conform, we can see in preview like this. I just conform to the protocol, and then, sorry, some method has error, but don't worry for preview. VStack, ZStack, and VStack, and HStack. So we can see preview like this. Okay, demo is already bad for me. But with this demo, we can put some text in this area, and when form was invalidated, error level also shown under the below the text field. Yeah. Demo is so afraid for me. Okay, let's continue my talk. Thank you. So I also prepared when my demo has failed. So in left side, when the form was invalidated, showing error level. On the right side, when form is valid, error level will be hidden. But so preview is okay. But when run in simulator, so runtime crash has occurred in view model because text field has nil, because SwiftUI not load XIB automatically. So it's a time to throw away XIB. I mentioned first, use StackView as possible. We cannot use IB outlet now, so we initialize your StackView with small components and set to vertical. With this implementation, the layout is almost same with XIB. So that's the end of my talk, but let's recap to my talk. So first I mentioned about use StackView as possible is important to view layout. And so first you imagine integrate to SwiftUI is not so easy, but so first small step is your view controller should be divided into small components. But making SwiftUI view is not so easy because some feature is still be broken now. So you should choose SwiftUI, which one is better, SwiftUI or UIKit. Yes, so keeping components small is a key to migrate. I think too much time to talk, right? Well, maybe it's okay, yeah. So I show you today is just a small example. So maybe it has so many use cases to use SwiftUI or UIKit. So if we have a problem to migrate to SwiftUI, so please come to ask the speaker later and to discuss you about how to migrate to SwiftUI incorrectly. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. Shay.